Perry Pencil.
Hello everyone, this is Perry Pencil, and this just gets better and better. Could it be that my eyes are deceiving me? This trailer just got better and better. Could I believe it? No, this can't be happening. Is Captain America stopping Thanos' hand? Let's run that again. This is taking place, everyone. Your eyes do not deceive you. Now let's jump in here and draw Captain America the Super Patriot. No, right, this is how you want to start this drawing off. Let's go ahead and bring it down some. This is going to be a bust high drawing. So this is going to take place only up to where the star starts on his chest. So divide your page in half. Line top to bottom. Go ahead on and start to draw an oval shape for his head. Once completed, we're going to put an oval for his neck. Normally when I do the oval, the more like a circle it is, the longer the neck is, the shorter the neck. Now we're going to measure his head from the shoulders width, which is going to be index finger to thumb, turn it to the side, slide it over for the right and then the left, mark it. This right here ensures the width of the shoulders by 2 heads. Let's go ahead and drop his neck in using 2 lines, and we're going to add what I call the coat hanger. That's going to be a line from right to left on an angle, bring it down, and then go straight across. So this is a triangular shape that's 3 sides and looks like a hanger. Now once completed, let's go ahead and drop in an oval shape for that that top half portion of his torso, which is going to be up to his chest. Then we can go ahead and put in the circle for his right shoulder and then a circle for his left shoulder. Then we can begin to put an oval shape for the top portion of his bicep and tricep and do the same thing for his right side, and then go straight off the page. This is going to complete the top portion of his body overall. Now we're going to focus on his face. Here we're going to put in his hairline and 2 temple lines, and immediately drop in the eye line, nose line, and mouth line. Now we're going to switch the pencil out for a bit more detailed pencil, mechanical pencil. Your local Walmart style 0.5 pencil. And let's go ahead and start to put the contour of his face in, down to his jawline. Now we're going to focus on his eyes. We're going to start with his eyebrows and pointing out his temple line. So you want to take the temple line and use that as a guide here, and you want to drop his eyebrows in. And of course he has a focused look, so he has somewhat of a, not an anger frown, but a frown nonetheless. I'm going to drop his eyes in, and usually you can use the eyebrow edges of both sides, and then that's the width of the eye, and then go ahead and then begin drawing the eye in. Repeat the same process for the left side. Once completed, put the frown lines in on his forehead, and then divide the iris in half to place the iris in the center of the eye socket. Then put the retina in. Now we can begin the width of his nose. So we just do a regular rectangular box and then a triangle at the bottom for his nose. Then put his nostrils in. They have a line that comes down and then go up. It's like that W shape when you drop the nose in the center for the detail. And then the medial part that's on the front part of the nose, it's almost like a V shape, and then you complete the other side of it for the bridge of the nose. For his lips, you want to just drop in a simple line. And keep in mind, at this point we're in the sketching phase of this drawing, so things are going to look a bit rough, but we'll clean it up a little later. Now we just measured out the corners of his mouth here. Overall, we're going to look at the face completely and then start to begin the process of the rest of his face where his hair comes in, things like that. Now, we're focusing on the hairline. So we're going to put the first forelock in. It doesn't hang over his forehead, but it does come off to the side. He has another forelock for the right side of his head, and then in the center. And there's about 2 or 3 that goes on either side of his head, and then we can put the sides of his head in to complete the head. Once completed, we can go ahead and put the shape of his ears in on the right and left. Don't need to be anything particularly fancy at the time, but we do want to put them in so we know where they are. Fill out the hair some more. And it's a bit rough at this point, so throughout this tutorial you will see me clean up a bit of the lines here, so just so you're not confused as to what line you'll be looking at to define the drawing. And as you notice, I'm going to bring in the nostrils a little bit. His nose is a bit more narrower than what I had previously. Let me start focusing on his beard. Starting off with the mustache. He's a full mustache, so it's going to come up to the top lip. And then he has a full beard. So we're going to bring in the chin portion of the beard, and then put the line in for the beard itself on his face, and then form out the beard for the lower portion of his jaw. I also want to note, please keep in mind as this tutorial is being done, you can always feel free to pause this tutorial if the speed is a bit fast for you. Do not feel bad about being fast. It's not about being fast, but more so accurate when you're putting your pencils down. Now, if you notice, I did hatching or hatch marks for his beard. That's just pencil strokes that go diagonally, and they're all the same and consistent, making a halftone. Right now, what I'm doing is dropping in the curls in the back of Captain America's head here, or Steve Rogers, whichever you want to call him. And then you could begin putting the oval for his neck, switching pencils out here. This is an HB pencil, in case for those of you who are wondering what kind of pencil I'm using at this point. It's an HB. It's a softer pencil. Now, right now I'm dropping in the collar portion. And with the collar portion, it's a Chinese style collar portion that covers the entire neck. And the 2 slants that I put on either side here also fans out as it gets past his neck, because it has the star on the chest of Captain America here. And also Captain America has shoulder straps on. These shoulder straps are known for his outfit because it actually holds his shield in place on his back. So we're going to drop that in very rough. Feel free to be free as you're penciling and drawing. So these 2 lines right here are around 4 lines now, to put in the detail of those straps that hold that nice shield that he wears on his back in place. Now back to the front part of Cap's chest. It's in the shape of a star, so it's kind of like a star within a star shape here. So if you notice, it's starting to come into form here, that it's pretty much a star shape, but it does cut off at the upper portion of his chest, so you don't get the entire star on there. Within that star, we have another star. So pretty much here, what we're doing is a star shape. And then dropping that bottom portion of that star in here and sketch it out. Feel free to be as rough as you need to be in the sketching stages. I can't say that enough, because we're always going to go back later and learn to clean up once we finish and get the drawing where we want it to be structurally. Now, if you notice, I moved on to his shoulder pads. His shoulder pads are very simplistic in that there are 4 lines here, and then it's kind of like shoulder pads that protect his shoulders. It's in a L shape on his left, and it's just the opposite of that on the right. Then you have 2 lines in between on each side of the of his shoulder. And then straps that's on his upper bicep and tricep area. Down at the bottom here, there's kind of like a bit of a strap at the bottom. Then we have loops here that I'm sketching in right this moment that he can adjust on his shoulders. So that's pretty much all this is used for, is to strap in and tighten it on his shoulders, almost as if you could think about a book bag. That's what that is. Put the same thing on his left side. Overall, I'm gonna clean it up a bit, make it look neater. Now, during this portion of the tutorial, this is something new. Normally, I just let it be shown that me, or with me straightening up and getting rid of lines that I don't want, lines that I want to keep. However, this portion of it has more to do with adding detail and refining the drawing at this point. So there's a lot of things that I was sketching and may not have liked up until this point. So the kneaded eraser that I'm using, it's perfect for this portion of the tutorial because again, it doesn't do a lot of shedding with the pencil. So what I mean is, while I'm cleaning these lines up with this eraser, I don't have to worry about swiping my hand so much and the eraser shed. You have the red sheddings all over the place, and I know that could be annoying. The kneaded eraser saves lives that way and time. So I have my HB pencil. And here I'm able to go back in and start to get a little dark and refine the way I want things to look now, to finalize the drawing. That's what the purpose of this portion of the tutorial is for. So notice I'm going back in and not sketching now, actually drawing. So here I talk about the difference a bit. With drawing, you are a little bit more focused on what you want, and you don't have to use too much brain power here because everything is already done already, and now it's just pretty much shading and getting things the way I want it to be, finalizing the drawing. This is where you can go all out and make the drawing as nice as you know it can be. So using the side of the pencil a little bit for a little bit of shading, adding in the hairline, giving a bit more detail to his ear. You know, little things like his hair, things like that. It could still, to me, be rough because to me, hair can be a bit abstract in that it behaves in a certain way where you can just kind of have it be free flowing. And notice I'm drawing with the side of the pencil to cover more areas that I wouldn't be able to cover if I just used the point of the pencil. And so for the bottom portion of the top of his ear up to the top of his hair, I am using the side of my pencil. It's a technique that I just simply call fading. It covers more ground and more area that you don't have to spend forever with the point of the pencil, so it just makes it quicker. Now going into his outfit and refining and darkening in lines to make the outfit a bit more complete and legible, that you can see it. So here at this point is really set up for those that may either ink your drawings or you ink the drawing yourself. I know after this I'm going to ink this, so it's easier for me to go ahead and then refine these drawings, so that way, or this drawing rather, so that when I go back with the ink I can go right over these lines and I know exactly what I'm looking at, because when I ink it in, actually I'm going to be using a light box. Light box is what animators use when they are finalizing a drawing and animation, and it's cleaner and you don't have to get rid of the original pencil drawing. So because I'm doing that, I'm going to be able to need to see exactly what I'm going to be inking line by line and area by area, detail by every detail. So this is what helps out in terms of the process. Is, to be honest, for artists, of course, you really don't want to have to think, and especially when you're inking, because you don't want to put the wrong line down and you make up a line and that line wasn't supposed to be there, and then now the drawing is incorrect, or you misinterpret the drawing because instead of a button it was something else, because you couldn't make it out because the drawing was so rough. So those little things right there, I just want to drop that in there. So as you develop as an artist, you kind of get an idea of what phases of drawings you want to do. Notice here I'm cleaning up the lips. Before, the lips were a little rough, so now I can go back in with my mechanical pencil and make it legible, so that it's readable, or your eyes can see exactly where the lip begins and where it ends. Here I'm adding some strokes here for his hair, add a little bit of volume to the hair, if you will, making the hair look fuller. And just periodically going in and cleaning up and adding detail as I go along. And also feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know if you like this video or this tutorial. Did you learn from it? Is it easy to follow? Things like that are very important to me, because I need to know if these videos are meaningful for you, if it helps you at all as you're developing as an artist. Also, were you shocked when you saw Captain America stop Thanos' hand? What did you think? Did you see the trailer at all? Hopefully I didn't spoil it for you, but spoiler alert, you can go check it out and type it in, Captain America stopping Thanos' hand, and just let me know what your thoughts are. I have great respect for Captain America now, because he's a very, very outstanding character, and to step up and stop Thanos' hands meant a lot. So let me know what you thought, and if you didn't see it, check it out. Finalizing some detail here with the star, and these are just simple lines here, and that's going to do it. That completes this drawing. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe by pressing this round button at the bottom. Also, click on one of the 2 top videos at the top. Please like this video, tell a friend, and share it on Facebook. Thank you. Perry Pencil.